Guess who's back? Back again. I'm back. We're back. Tomorrow's transfers today. This is new, by the way, guys. Now, for the last 2 years, we've been doing MUFC Transfer Daily. It may have been over 2 years, 2, 3, 4 years. I'm not sure. But we've been doing so many transfer dailies. And this time, we're cranking it up. We're smashing it out the park this time. We're predicting the future. Well, kind of. We're not predicting the future. We're reading tomorrow's newspapers today. We've got all the articles for you, the key ones involving Manchester United today. We're talking Perisic, we're talking Griezmann, and we're talking James Rodriguez. That's who we're talking about today. 3 main topics to discuss that are going to be in the newspapers tomorrow. But we're going to discuss them today. Now, if you're watching this in another country, it may already be tomorrow. So you might be getting today's transfers today. But we're giving you tomorrow's transfers today, tonight, whatever. And you're getting them right now with me, Adam McCullough. So throughout the week, it'll be myself, it'll be Gaz, it'll be Steve. We'll all be giving you tomorrow's transfers today. That's what's going on. So how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. First of all, how's your pre-season started? Are you enjoying the break from all the football, or are you all panicking about transfers? I've seen so many people panicking about transfers. Yes, panicking. Why are you panicking? Relax, guys. Yes, I know last week Man City made a great signing, but trust in Jose Mourinho. Last season he delivered 4 new signings, 4 signings, yeah, that for me have worked well. Bailly, he looks like a top-class centre-half. Paul Pogba, way more to come from him, but has delivered with performances as well. Scored that goal in the Europa League final, courtesy of a big deflection, but who cares? Mkhitaryan scored some very, very crucial goals, but you know what? He's got more to come too. And of course, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who delivered with goals. So look, we've got loads of trust in Jose Mourinho. Well, I have anyway, because he's delivered so far. And until he doesn't deliver for us, then I'm going to trust him in the transfer window. So how are you guys doing? First, we're going to get stuck into the first story. Now, this is going to be in the Daily Star. Yes, in the Daily Star. Because they've made a story out of Ivan Perisic's latest Instagram post. It's a picture of himself and his son. His son's waving. So that's where I think they've got the... Oh no, he's going to be saying goodbye to Inter Milan, and he's off to Manchester United. The reports have been... There's been a lot of reports. I've been on holiday, and every time I've jumped on Twitter, I've seen reports that Ivan Perisic is on the way to Man United. Now, Daily Star, I think they're reading everything into... They're making something out of nothing, but there could be some truth in these rumours. There was some hints that we could get him in January, I think, or at least earlier in the year. And those links have persisted. Now, even Perisic doesn't excite me that much, to be honest. The signing doesn't excite me. But like I've said again, yeah, like I said, I trust Jose Mourinho. The only thing for me is I don't want to see Perisic come in and take a first team slot that could potentially be Anthony Martial's, because I know he can play on that left-hand side, but he can also play along the 3 in behind the striker. So he gives us options. We need to build a squad. We're in the Champions League now. Let me say that again. We're in the Champions League now. So we need to build a squad. And if we do sign Perisic, I'll be relaxed about the situation. I'll look forward to him coming in. I'll give him a chance. But as I'm being honest, it doesn't excite me that much, to be totally honest with you. But let's see what happens with this one. But as for Daily Star saying he's saying goodbye on Instagram, I don't know. I think they're making a little bit out of nothing. But when he did wave in the centre of the pitch, it did look like a little bit of a goodbye. I see there's some attention seekers in the comments, and also a lot of regulars as well. How are you guys doing? So Ali Riaz says Perisic offers width. We don't need Perisic, says Milan. Don't be cheeky, says the other side. Even Perisic is great. But Adam McCullough from FullTimeDEVILS doesn't rate him. Again, I'm giving my opinion on it. It doesn't excite me, but I'm not going to doubt it, because if Jose Mourinho wants to sign him, his signings so far have been good for Manchester United. So should we really be concerned? I don't think so. So, look, if Jose makes the signing, let's give him a chance, as we should with any signing that comes in. So, yeah, Perisic to Manchester United. You guys, what do you think about those rumours? Get your comments in below. Give it a rating out of 1 to 10. Do you think it's going to happen? 1 to 10. 10 being is going to happen. 1 being is never going to happen. You guys get your comments in. Shinju Young, I'm doing well, mate. Jack Brown says Rooney to Stoke. Ha ha ha. I did see those rumours as well. Apparently they're making a £45 million package or something. I can't see Wayne Rooney ending up at Stoke. If he ends up at any other English club, I think it will be Everton. I can't see him ending up at Stoke. No chance. Mahrez, someone says in the comments, but that moved quite quick, so I didn't catch the name. I do apologise about that. He has apparently said that he's going to leave Leicester City, but I don't see him ending up at Manchester United. Parth thinks it's a 7. Arsalan 7, Gunnar 7, even 5. A lot of you guys are saying rating this one a 7. Ibiza's giving it a 10, so he thinks it's definitely going to happen. Perisic is a good player. Sorry, again, the comments move quick. 2 out of 10 says domestic. Azam says, Adam, how you doing, Azam? The comments are going very, very quick, man. There's so many of you in here at the moment. Over 2,000 of you. So thank you all for joining us. Cheeky Sport are in the comments as well. How are you guys doing? As producer Chris said, in the comments, the second best channel on YouTube behind Zoelis. I love Cheeky Sport, man. Make sure you give them a cheeky little subscribe. Excuse the pun. And while you're at it, subscribe to Adam Matt Cola TV. But anyway, we're talking even Perisic. You guys are still giving your ratings. Momin says Perisic is crap. And Waid says 6 out of 10. Akib 2. Matt 10. 8 says OB. EMH says 0, so he don't think it's going to happen. Matt thinks it's a 6, so he's edging towards it could happen. Griezmann says 7, 9 or 10. Sorry, do you mean what shirt number? I'm not too sure what you're on about at the moment, but we will move on to the Antoine Griezmann story very, very soon. But next up is James Rodriguez. Now, this is a story that's in the Metro, but is based on reports in Spanish, in the Spanish press in AS. So AS are reporting that James Rodriguez, Real Madrid have rejected a £36 million bid from Inter Milan for James Rodriguez because the midfielder wants to move to Manchester United. Now, James Rodriguez has been linked to Manchester United for quite a while. He's been constantly linked to Manchester United. Now, I can imagine Ed Woodward would want to sign someone like James Rodriguez because of the commercial value he has. I think he's one of the biggest players on social media. He's also a very talented player as well, but it'd help us tap into that South American market. So I can see why he would appeal to Ed Woodward. Whether he'd appeal to Jose Mourinho, I'm not too sure about that one. He doesn't strike me like a Jose Mourinho player. But it seems to be the press in Spain that are pushing this one. So to me, it seems like, that Real Madrid are trying to crank up the offers for James Rodriguez. I could be wrong, but that's how it feels to me. Like they're trying to crank up these offers. Now, Flatchra says 2 out of 10 for this one, and I tend to agree with that. Maybe I'd give it a 3 or a 4, because I think, as I said, Ed Woodward would want to sign this guy. He seems like, a kind of guy that would sign for Ed Woodward would sign for Manchester United. But do I see Jose wanting to pull the trigger on this signing? I'm not too sure. That 2 out of 10 says Hilton Gaming. 6 says Football Elite. 3 out of 10 says Yusuf. Will Hamas win us a league? I don't think it'd be if we made that one signing. I don't think it'd be the difference between it. I think it could help us towards winning the league because he can create a goal, he can score a goal, he can get assists. You know what I mean? So he could be a valuable player. I mean, his record for Real Madrid is pretty good as well, considering he doesn't start every single game. BMW Jacob says 8 out of 10 for James, so he thinks this one's gonna happen. But I do think the Spanish press, probably through either James Rodriguez's agent or a source from Real Madrid, are trying to push it so that the offers go up for James Rodriguez. So don't be surprised, guys, if James Rodriguez signed for somebody else and everyone starts saying, James Rodriguez rejected Manchester United or United got outbid for him, because I tend to think Jose probably isn't that arsed about James Rodriguez right now. So yeah, moving on from that one, and we're gonna come now to one that you guys are gonna absolutely love. Delike says James is incredibly overrated. Um, yo. Hi guys, I do apologise about that. As I was saying, James Rodriguez, I think those guys are trying to push that one a little bit more in Spain. They're trying to force that move, and they're trying to force offers for James Rodriguez. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's one coming out of Spain. And moving on now, having looked at some of your comments as well, yeah, you guys seem to be saying that you're not sure about this James Rodriguez one. I've seen a lot of comments under 5. I've seen a few comments between 5 to 8. I've seen a lot of comments around those areas, but I haven't seen really any 9 to 10s. I've seen that with Perisic, so it seems like a lot of you guys are buzzing about that Perisic one and you think there's more in that. But in terms of this James Rodriguez one, I think a little more of you are a little bit skeptical about that, as I am too. I'm a little bit skeptical about that James Rodriguez one, as I think it could be a lot of the Real Madrid guys pushing that one a little bit more. 5 out of 10 says Bilal. Is Bale coming? I don't think Bale's going to come to Manchester United. I think there's obvious links there. When you look at a Welshman coming in, potentially being our next left winger in Giggs' footsteps and all that stuff. But I just can't see it, to be totally honest with you. I think it'd take a lot of money. I think Real Madrid will want to build a side around Gareth Bale because Cristiano Ronaldo's changing. He's becoming more of a number 9. He's not a winger anymore. They need the wingers. And Gareth Bale, to me, is a player that's a top talent. And he's been absolutely killing it for Real Madrid. So, yeah, that's what I think about that one. I don't think Bale will come to Manchester United. But what do I know? Hey. Anyway, moving on from that one now. And to something about Antoine Griezmann. This is going to be the big story of the summer, isn't it? I hope it's a story that gets deaded straight away and United sign him up quickly, because it'll be really disappointing if it drags and drags and drags, because it's one that we all expect to happen. I think we'd be all very, very disappointed if we got to the end of the transfer window and United hadn't signed Griezmann, given all the talk that's been going on for probably like 6 to 9 months now. But Antoine Griezmann coming to Manchester United is a move that could have taken a step closer to happening. For reports coming out of Spain from Antonio Ruiz, who is an Atletico Madrid correspondent. Now, I'll be honest, I've not heard of him a lot, but a lot of people say he is to be relied upon. He is a reliable source of information for Atletico Madrid news, and he's saying that Griezmann has demanded a move away from Atletico Madrid. Now, they've got a season of rumours surrounding Diego Simeone as their manager and Antoine Griezmann. And according to those reports in Spain, Antoine Griezmann has told Atletico Madrid that he wants to leave this summer. Now, we've heard coming out of Manchester United that Man United want to pay the release clause to get him to Manchester United. He looks like it could be a number 7 for Manchester United. He's always talking about David Beckham. His brother's always tweeting about Manchester United. All that good stuff that we like to hear coming out about a great player. Well, it looks like it could be a step closer with these reports in Spain. Like I say though, it's still May. It's May the 30th. The season ended last week. So it could still be a few weeks and maybe even a month away from completion. But Antoine Griezmann's a player I think will happen. I think he will join Manchester United. We heard him say before the Europa League final, 6 out of 10 for him to come to Manchester United. And I think that other 4 out of 10 was Manchester United getting into the Champions League. We're in the Champions League now. Full-Time Devils have asked in the comments, one player you could sign. So we've obviously been speaking about Perisic. James Rodriguez, and now we're talking about Antoine Griezmann. So one player you could sign this summer. It doesn't have to be any of those three. A lot of you have been saying Gareth Bale as well in the comments. So what do you guys think about that? 9.7 out of 10 for Griezmann, says Gareth, I think it was. Oh yeah, Renato says Andreas Pereira. There's also been rumours coming out today as well that Andreas Pereira will be allowed to be given an opportunity for Manchester United to fight for a spot in the squad next season. And that would be fantastic news if true. Because Andreas Pereira, yes, Granada got relegated. Yes, they ended up with Tony Adams doing some mad shit on the sidelines. But Andreas Pereira is an incredibly talented player. Jose played him in the number 6 and number 8 position against Wigan earlier in the season, in the pre-season, which is an interesting move. He's mainly been playing as a number 10 for Granada and out wide as well, drifting out into them wider areas. But he's a fantastic talent. And if this news is true about him getting an opportunity at Manchester United, it really is exciting, because when you add all those younger players that we've got into the mix, when you look at Marcus Rashford up top, Axel Tuanzebe, Timothy Fosu-Mensah, Andreas Pereira, Joel Pereira, I think those 5 players there are a very good young spine to have. And if we can develop 3 or 4 of those players through, buzzing, because those players have incredible talent and they just need an opportunity, I think. Of course, not all young players are going to make it, but if 2 or 3 of those players can really push on and develop into Manchester United first team players, then we'll be onto a good one there. So yeah, guys, that's what we're talking about today. Antoine Griezmann. We want you to get your comments in. Where are you watching? Which one signing would you make? What are your ratings out of 10 for the Perisic rumours that are in the Daily Star? For the Griezmann rumours, which are absolutely everywhere. And the James Rodriguez one, which are emanating from Spain. AS, but the Metro have picked them up. And we'll run with that story tomorrow. So guys, what have you thought of tomorrow's transfers today? Get your comments in below. Do you want us to continue with tomorrow's transfers today? It won't just be me. It'll also be Gaz and Steve as well. So we'll all be chipping in. We'll all be doing everything that we can in terms of tomorrow's transfers today. We'll also have the occasional Facebook live stream as well. So make sure you keep it locked for all of that. Hit that subscribe button. We've got 3K almost in here at the moment. That is incredible, man. Thank you all for joining us as well. It's like a match day in here. Do you want more of these videos? Hit that like button. Are you new to the channel? Hit that subscribe button, because we'll have so much more for you throughout the summer. Subscribe to Alan Matt Caller TV as well. I'll be doing my occasional stuff. Random Thoughts from Barbados gives the Perisic a 7 out of 10 for happening. I'm giving the Griezmann one a 10 out of 10. I think it's going to happen, you know. I really think it's going to happen, and I would love it to happen because he's an incredibly talented player. What I would say, though, is if he does sign, then, of course, give him time. I think you'd need time to adapt to the Premier League, and I think you'd get your usual bollocks like we've got with Paul Pogba, people saying that he hasn't delivered and he isn't this and he isn't that when he doesn't score a goal in a game. So you've got to give these players time. But if Man United get Antoine Griezmann, it's a great start to the summer transfer window, because he's one player that has the potential. Well, is he world class already? Is he? He could be world class for Man United, I know that. Get your comments in below. Thank you for joining us on tomorrow's transfers today. I've been Adam McCullough. I do apologise for the little delay in the middle as well. Wirecast was acting crazy like a bitch. Right, I'm out of here.